Yo, what's going on, guys? JC here today from Fitness Gamers, and today what I'm going to bring to you guys is WWE 2K15 being played in 2022, but this is a specific video. It's WWE 2K15, it's Showcase Mode, which is consisted of the Hustle, Loyalty, Disrespect Showcase Mode, which is the rivalry between John Cena and CM Punk, and it's also consisted of Best Friends, Bitter Enemies, the rivalry between Triple H and Shawn Michaels when Shawn Michaels came back from his long hiatus. This showcase mode is probably one of the best showcase modes WWE 2K has ever done. It's because, well, for the most part, we have two. That's one, right? And on top of that, it's just identical to what happened in real life, and the matches you get to play, the legendary matches you get to play, the legendary moments, it's just iconic. Not even legendary, the word is iconic. This WWE game is definitely one that we could remember for a long time. Now I want to mention that I do not come out in the intro of this video because it's a very long video with a lot of great clips, and for the sake of time, I wanted to jump right into the game, right into the action, show you guys what it's about. So in my opinion, the first showcase mode you should do is probably the Triple H Shawn Michaels one, Best Friends, Bitter Enemies. Super exciting. If I had to compare the two, this is probably the better one. So maybe you can leave it last. The reason why I played it first is because chronological order. This happened before the John Cena CM Punk rivalry. This was pretty much what started, I guess, the ruthless aggression era, so to speak, and that is the main reason why I decided to play this first. Super exciting. You get to play in the Elimination Chamber. You get a huge throwback to the first Elimination Chamber matches, and the cutscenes were absolutely beautiful. The way it plays, ton of the mechanics of this game. Look at that pinfall there. This game was ahead of its time. The pinfall is the tired pinfall. That's realistic. That is what happened back, during this time. I mean, that's what happens in a real match. And I enjoyed small details like that. The cutscenes were beautiful. Look at the Survivor Series stage, just how it was in Madison Square Garden, just how it looked in Madison Square Garden at the time. A lot of games never really kept the stadiums or arenas true to detail to where they really were. Tons of great moments. I love the challenges they give you in the checklist as you go on. You have to do this, do that, jump off the pod with Shawn Michaels, hit Triple H with the elbow drop from the top of the pod. Things like that were pretty cool to do and super enjoyable. I enjoyed this. I played this already once when it first came out, and I decided to do the entire playthrough once again now. The coolest thing about 2K15 as well is the entrances, how perfect they are. The Triple H entrance was bodied in this game. I could watch this over and over and over. The arenas that they used to keep them and give them their true to life detail, how they look. You could watch Armageddon 2002 and that looks just like it. It's a replication of it, just in a video game. It's perfection, if you ask me. This is the chef's kiss of perfection. I mean, this right here, this is the peak of the entrance right here, and I wanted to leave this here so you all can see how beautiful this game looks and how great it looks and how ahead of its time it is. I keep saying ahead of its time because it really is ahead of its time. But now we're gonna jump ship a little bit to the Cena CM Punk rivalry. Alberto Del Rio was obviously in this rivalry at the start of it, so cool cutscenes to see. Things that when I was playing, I'm like, are they gonna add that? Because that happened in real life. Now, are they gonna add it? If they do, this is gonna be icing on the cake. I love what I'm gonna see, and of course they added tons of great moments from this, and they did not miss. There were some things that were left off, but we can't get everything at times. I understand that 110%. A lot of the things were left off, like obviously Triple H and Shawn Michaels WrestleMania match because it has Benoit in it. I get it. Would have been a lot cooler, but I get why. I completely understand why. I'm not an idiot. The matches, the 3 stages of hell matches, the match between Triple H and Shawn Michaels, they did include this obviously in Armageddon 2002. Classic, because as a child I was like, what is a 3 stages of hell match? And I was like, we haven't seen a 3 stages of hell match in a WWE game in a very, very long time. So to see it in WWE 2K15 was quite refreshing. If you guys do not know what it is, it's 3 matches, 3 different match types. The first wrestler to win 2 wins. So if Triple H wins 1 and Shawn Michaels wins 2, it goes to match 3, which ultimately could be a ladder match or something, last man standing match, something of that nature will be match 3. I think match 1 will be a regular match. In this case, it was a steel cage, and then it went into a ladder match. The comebacks in this game were absolutely beautiful. It was true to life, exactly how it is, exactly how it was done. The mechanics, I mean, if I could find something negative to say about this game, I would, but I can't. I want to keep note too, now that you're deep into this video, I will be showing you all how the main menu looks for the showcase mode. We'll be looking at the cinematic replays, image gallery. Cinematic replay, we're not going to play them, we're just going to look at what they have. And they have a video replay part. We obviously can't show that, but it shows all of the highlights from the both rivalries, which is very cool, very cool. The video replay package is a cool addition to it. But besides that, let's jump back into the showcase mode itself. When I told you true to life, look at these moments. They captured them perfectly. Nobody could complain about this showcase mode. People could nitpick about the Rey Mysterio one and key matches that were left out, but this one left tons of great moments in there. And the fact that the gameplay is smooth just makes everything satisfying and enjoyable to play. If I could play this showcase mode over again now and it feels brand new now as to how it felt back in 2014. This game came out in 2014. Just because it's 2K15 does not mean it came out in 2015. It came out in 2014. The fact that I could play it again now in 2022 and it still feels brand new, I think that speaks volumes of how great of a game this was. So look at the cutscenes here. This is all true to life. If you want to see something cool they do also is after the match, right after the fact of this match here, any match that you do afterwards, at times for most of them, it shows highlights. So it shows how it looked in real life rather than seeing it just from the gaming cutscene. It shows you, oh, this is what it looked like, which is very cool. And the Rey Mysterio one now, they kind of mixed both. They mixed the game with the real life images and they went back and forth. I personally feel like this way they did it in 2K15 was better. It's not lazy. They show you both in the game and real life. The Rey Mysterio one, it cuts off from the game, transitions to real life, and then transitions back to the game. So WWE 2K15, what did they do exceedingly well is that they show you the cutscene first, and then they show you the real life replay of it, which just adds a little more to it. Cool things too is some entrances, you thought they were regular entrances. But guess what? It was a whole cinematic cutscene and you did not know it until something like this happened. Boom! Gets attacked by CM Punk. Exactly. You do not see it coming. You do not know it's coming. Cool thing also, entrances have evolved. There's different wrestlers, right? We have CM Punk babyface. We have CM Punk Paul Heyman guy entrance. They do not regenerate the same entrances of the past. They gave them each their unique entrances as they progressed in their career or in the rivalry, so to speak, which is another great note to do because easily could have copy and pasted each entrance. No, they each have different champions entrances. They each have different entrances for the years that it was. You know, CM Punk had a different entrance in 2012 than what he did in 2010. And that's a very cool feature that they added. Cena has several different entrances and Cena actually talks in his entrances. He's like, oh, it's on, I feel good. Or like, I think he fought, was a match in LA, SummerSlam. He was like, back to where it all began. Like you hear him say things like that. As a wrestling fan, as a video game fan, you're trying to put both into one. I gotta love it. It's just absolute pure perfection. That's the word that I keep using in this video, is perfection. If you want to count how many times I've said that word, rewatch this again and in the comment section below put how many times I said it. If you're right, maybe I'll give you a gift card, maybe, Amazon, GameStop, whatever you want. Cool thing too they have here, they have still images in the loading screens of things that happened. Very cool. Now what is not cool about this is that the attire wasn't true to its time. It wasn't the actual attire. Triple H there with the suit, they kept showing him with the suit. Steve Austin did not look like that when he was the sheriff. This is the only down thing about this. If I'm gonna nitpick, it's that. They have some cool pictures, still images as you're in the loading screen. And it's not even loading screen images, it's kind of like telling you the story. The only down part is it wasn't true to attire. Some of these matches, they weren't true to their attire. I wish it was. For the most part, it's the Shawn Michaels one. Like the Elimination Chamber, he did not have those trunks. It's the only thing, and I waited this long to say it. Cool feature too, the shields debut. You get to see the Shield's debut, which was in Survivor Series when it was a triple threat match, I believe, between Cena, Ryback, and CM Punk. So you get to see the Shield. The Shield makes a cameo in this showcase mode, which is, seeing how far they've come now from then. It's pretty significant. At the time you're playing this, careers were still starting off. We did not know Roman Reigns was going to be what he was. Dean Ambrose was going to be what he was. Rollins, we kind of saw it though because they put the belt on him or he had the money in the bank. So we kind of knew it was coming, right? But for the most part, pretty cool little Easter egg. Not even an Easter egg because we're going to see it regardless, but we get to witness the Shield's debut or debut, as some people may say. So no, I absolutely enjoyed it. Playing it. The playthrough is probably about, give or take, it could take you about maybe 6 to 7 hours, maybe even less. I mean, you could Google it and it could literally tell you how long. I'm trying to see just by the eye test, looking at how many chapters there is. The Cena CM Punk had 19 chapters, 19 matches. The Shawn Michaels Triple H had 14 chapters, aka 14 matches. Give or take, I mean, and the cutscenes, if you sit and watch everything, and like me, I watched some of the entrances just because I wanted to feel the nostalgia of it, we're probably looking at anywhere from 4 to 7 hours. That's what I would say. That's the time frame I would give you. I can't tell you it's going to take 4. I can't tell you it's going to take 5 or 6, but I could tell you it could take from 4 to 7, depending on how you do it. If you speed run through it, then maybe even 3 to 5. So, no, this game, they knocked it out the park. They really, truly knocked it out the park. Everything just fits it. So, I mean, from what you guys have seen, what is your take? I want to hear your opinions in the comment section below. I want you all to tell me, what do you think about this showcase mode? Is it a W? Is it an L? Is it one of your favorites? On Instagram, I had posted a picture, did a poll, and tons of people said that this was the best showcase mode, followed by obviously 2K16 and 2K14's the WrestleMania flashbacks or whatever they had it called. People loved those, but people really enjoyed 2K15. I had people that I had no idea were wrestling fans comment on the poll that I did, and the poll was like, is this game good or whatever? I was like, yes or no, and I think it got 100% yes with over 40 votes. So that's how great of a game this was. The people voted that. I've never really had something unanimous like that before. But that's the showcase mode. Super enjoyable. Highly recommend playing this game. I will be doing a video talking, pretty much just showing the whole game, the roster, playing WWE 2K15 in 2022 will be a separate video. This one was just keeping it to the showcase mode. I wanted to switch it up a little bit. I usually touch base on the games as a whole, but I never really play the showcase mode. I'll do the first couple missions, show some gameplay, or first couple matches, show some gameplay of it. But for the first time now, I decided, like, you know what? I'm going to show the whole thing. And The Rock's entrance, magnificent. This is a thing of art, in my opinion. So I wanted to show you all what the showcase mode was. Wanted to go back and forth between the John Cena, CM Punk one, go back and forth with it, with the Triple H, Shawn Michaels one. In my opinion, I love John Cena. Love John Cena, love The Rock. But to me, the better showcase one was Best Friends, Bitter Enemies, aka Shawn Michaels versus Triple H rivalry. So with that being said, we're going to go ahead and transition into showing you the main menu stuff, to show you the cinematic replays. Not all of them, we're just going to like look at them, read what it says. We're going to look at the image gallery. I don't know if the image gallery we're going to be able to see, because if it's actual images of WWE, I don't think I could do that. So we may just be looking at the cinematic replay, and we will be looking at the missions. Maybe that's something I should have done earlier, but we're going to be looking at the matches in this showcase mode. And if you all enjoyed this video, then we'll be bringing you more in WWE 2K16, which is the Stone Cold Steve Austin showcase mode. And we will also probably go back to WWE 2K14. All depends on what you guys want. All depends on how this video is valued. So let's, take cue the static real quick, and let's jump in to the showcase mode's main menu and show you what it is and all the match types that we get to play. So there will be spoilers. Make sure you know that. Make sure you know there will be spoilers. All right, let's cue the static, please. we are here in the main menu of 2K15. So this is the showcase mode. This is what it looks like. This is where it's at. So we're gonna look at the matches. The image gallery we can't show you because it has actual WWE images. It showed us the video replay, I believe. But we're gonna look at the matches, and it's very cool. Tons of great matches. Pretty much is an unsanctioned street fights where you start off SummerSlam, Triple H, Shawn Michaels. Then you have a casket match, Kane versus Triple H. Very cool to see. Followed by a tag team match. Then you had the Elimination Chamber match, which is one of my favorites in, one of my favorite matches in all of the showcase mode. I really enjoyed doing this one. Just wish they had the Shawn Michaels attire that he wore the Elimination Chamber. You have Shawn Michaels versus RVD. You have Shawn Michaels special guest referee Triple H versus Rob Van Dam, #1 contender match. We have this 3 Stages of Hell match for the World Heavyweight Championship between Triple H and HBK in Armageddon 2002. It's cool how they have the location super accurate. Sunrise, Florida. Very cool. They have everything super accurate. Very, very cool. You have a tag team match at Backlash. Shawn Michaels versus Ric Flair, Bad Blood. Shawn Michaels versus Batista, Armageddon. I had no idea that Armageddon took place in Orlando. Wow. Shawn Michaels versus Triple H in Raw for the World Heavyweight Championship. You have Shawn Michaels versus Triple H, Last Man Standing match, Royal Rumble 2004. Shawn Michaels versus Randy Orton. And Shawn Michaels versus Triple H, Bad Blood 2004 in a Hell in a Cell match. The culmination of this rivalry, so to speak, culminated here. And we move on to John Cena, and CM Punk starts off with a bang, right where CM Punk won in Chicago, Illinois. One of the best pay-per-views of all time, Money in the Bank 2011. Followed by John Cena versus Rey Mysterio for the WWE Championship. Followed by CM Punk versus Cena for the championship again. Cena versus Punk, #1 contender. Cena versus Alberto Del Rio, championship match. It's Triple H versus CM Punk in a no DQ match in the same Night of Champions pay-per-view, which is very cool to see. Very cool, pretty stacked pay-per-view. You have John Cena versus Del Rio versus CM Punk in a triple threat Hell in a Cell. CM Punk versus Del Rio for the WWE Championship in Survivor Series, where CM Punk won. It's the same Survivor Series Cena tagged up with The Rock to face The Miz and R-Truth. You have CM Punk versus The Big Show. CM Punk versus John Cena for the WWE Championship on Raw. CM Punk and John Cena versus Big Show and Daniel Bryan, and the whole love affair with AJ and stuff. It was just a pretty great storyline, if you ask me. CM Punk versus Cena versus Big Show in SummerSlam 2012. John Cena versus CM Punk in Night of Champions 2012, when CM Punk came out with the pinstripes of the Yankees in Boston, Massachusetts. Ryback versus CM Punk, Hell in a Cell. John Cena versus CM Punk in a non-title match on Raw. CM Punk versus John Cena versus Ryback in a triple threat match for the WWE Championship in Survivor Series of 2012. Crazy to see the push that Ryback got with the names he got to wrestle with. The Rock versus CM Punk for the WWE Championship in the Royal Rumble of 2013. The Rock versus CM Punk in the Elimination Chamber WWE Championship match, February 2013. And to finally end it off, John Cena versus CM Punk, the #1's contendership. John Cena put his #1 contendership on the line versus CM Punk in Raw. I think this was Raw 1000. I could be wrong. But this match went a long way. I think it was a 5-star match on live television. Everybody was making noise about this match the next day. So very cool to see. That is the showcase mode and what is consisted of it. Tons of unlockables that you get, obviously. Tons of great superstars you could play as. And tons of great cinematic cutscenes you could all rewatch. I'll probably put, this is, I think, Triple H, Shawn Michaels in SummerSlam. It was great overall. Overall, I gotta give this game like a 9 out of 10 or 8 out of 10, just because I wish the attires were true to what they wore at the time. So, once again, I appreciate every single one of you tuning into this video. Make sure you leave a like, comment, and subscribe. For more, I will be bringing you all pure gameplay of this game. We're going to just have an overall gameplay video of 2K15 in 2022. This was specific, and it was predominantly just the showcase mode in 2022. Hope you all enjoyed. Thank you so much for tuning in. Remember to brush your teeth, wash your hands, and clean your ass. JC from Fitness Gamers. Before I log out, remember that God is real, God is good, and miracles do happen. I am living proof of that. He is rolling and alive like a lion. Remember John Cena's mantra of never give up, and Hulk Hogan's saying of say your prayers and eat your vitamins, brother and sister. So thank you all for tuning in. God bless you all. Brush your teeth, wash your hands, clean your ass, and shout out to the whole FG fam out there. Shout out to all the FG supporters. We appreciate you all. The road to 6,000 subs begins now because we are back and direct, baby.